Hey, lovers! Guess who's back?
It's the absolute divine lovers.
Ooh, yeah. I'm Edgar,
And I'm Sunny.
and yeah, we've been away for a little bit. We've been working on some personal development goals, and we're here to do a general reading for you.
Oh,
So please remember that this is a general collective reading. It is not intended for one person in particular. It's not a personal reading. And so let's see what spirit has for us.
summer and increatum.
The
The
uncreated.
uncreated. Interesting.
Go ahead and hand me the book and I'll start looking those up.
I would love to.
Thank you. This is a really great deck if you've never seen it before. It's the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. I already found that one. And we've got 28. Yeah, 28. So the summer card says, to experience summer is to be embodied. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laugh, laughter, sweat, physicality. These are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightened and the work is nearing full expression. It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that, like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out, and the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. So revel in this time of ripening and rhythm. Celebrate, gather, connect. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. It says, go deeper, watch the movie, call me by your name. And then the uncreated says that there was a time when everyone you know was not yet born, where every city was yet to be named, when your favorite song was yet to be sung. Such is the energy of Increatum. This card indicates the subtle but profound force that summons all that will be into existence. This most sacred of formulas cannot be manufactured, contained, bought, or sold. It is the pure intelligence of creation pulsing at the door of reality. Its timing is precise, and it is happening now. Do not delay. Send an invitation to the uncreated. Allow it to formulate, gestate. Soon a sketch, a map, or a name will draw itself upon your mind. Envision and believe. The architecture of the future is within you. All ground is fertile. Life begets life. And it says, to go deeper, listen to the song Just Like Starting Over by John Lennon. So it's really interesting, right? You've got summer that's kind of reawakening the passions, the lust for life, and then the uncreated, really talking about what we haven't yet achieved or haven't yet kicked off or thought about or I mean, basically created. So it's a season of creation, and the time is now, right? The season is short. We get, May, June, July, August, September, October, and that's it. Summer's done, and we're back into the fall and heading into the winter and going in again. So this is very much about a time of coming out of your shell, getting back out into the world. What it seems like to me. But what do you think, son?
I think that this card to me is giving 3D and this is giving 5D manifestations like incoming.
Hmm.
Um, I know that seems simple, but I'm really excited to clarify with tarot and see what other
Yeah, absolutely.
what's
Let's
gonna
get cracking.
Yeah,
Let's get cracking.
let's
These
do it.
up here.
But the one on the right is such a beautiful card.
They're both gorgeous.
It's just slightly out of. If you bring it back a tiny bit so you can enjoy it a little bit. Enjoy the beautiful colors of your manifestations. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that how we're starting this?
So maybe maybe the message is going to be a little bit about clearing, definitely about partnerships, perhaps about relationships.
And contracts, which is interesting. Oh my goodness, what do we have here? The idea of contracts, and I don't know if we've ever talked about it on any of our videos.
I don't think so.
But there is a woman who does contract readings. I know that you know that I've had my eye on her.
Yeah.
She seems so interesting. I'm getting closer to wanting to do one of those.
I want to do them, but every time I watch her videos, she's like, if you're between the ages of 35 and 40, you're going through a massive transformation right now. And I'm like, oh, you just like kicked me right out of the demographic. So I'm skipping. I get bitter.
Fair enough.
I get bitter.
I'm immediately going to go into clarifiers before I start reading any of this, because I don't want to get out the old jump to conclusions mat and start jumping away. Little Office Space
nice
reference right there. Oh my goodness. It's like Spirit wanted to tattle. You know what I mean? They were like, we gotta tell you what's going on because you've been off for too long.
Three of Pentacles, so some chatter. 10 of Wands.
This looks like attack of the
narcissist.
Attack of the on the divine partnerships once again.
Oh, jeez.
I know. We'll see. Well, at least the King of Cups is happy. This 10 of Cups. Strength.
Well, it could be that it's the current energy as we're going into the summer, right? And I think, not losing sight of kind of the theme of, the creation and the opportunity to do so right now. I think a lot of times when people are going through spiritual attacks, they have a tendency to hunker down, to go into hermit mode out of protection and just like out of just being tactical of, not wanting to share too much of what's going on in their lives, because, if you've gone through spiritual attacks and severe spiritual attacks, you might, resonate with the fact that you get to a point where you don't know who you can really trust. And sometimes you don't really understand where things are coming from or why certain people won't leave you alone. And, a lot of times people want what you have. And, the spiritual attacks are coming for no other reason than they just want what you have.
Well, it's funny. I said attack on the union, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the divine union. Like, this is 3 of Pentacles starting out. So also what I was reading too was that possibly, like, if you were kind of deceiving yourself, not you, but the collective deceiving themselves out of starting something that they needed to start already, now is the time. And it's a time,
even if you're that definitely ties in, right?
It does. Even if you're in a strange mindset, it's like I'm kind of hearing blooming season, right? Even though that's kind of spring, you'll have a lot of energy during the summer to start these things that you've been telling yourself, hey, well, I'm not ready yet. I can't do it yet. I'm, maybe like you said, when people are attacking you, and it doesn't have to be like a full-blown assault, but it's enough that takes the energy away from the drive, right? Just enough to take away the energy from the drive, to start the project, to start the website, to take the small trip that triggers inspiration. And if something, some type of roadblock can get in your way just enough,
Yeah, just a speed bump, right?
it'll set you back a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
I think that totally ties into the summer card, right? Which was saying
Mm-hmm.
the time is now.
Yeah.
The time is now. And I think that's what that first row is definitely saying is like the time is now. Don't wait any further because summer's going to be over and then it's going to be time to go back and plan for next year. Mm-hmm.
10 of Cups, clarifying the King of Cups and his correspondence, either coming or going.
Got to stay a little higher
Cancer,
here.
Pisces, water signs coming out of their fields or using their fields as motivation to get their fire started. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to, you're going a little low here. So
Oh,
I
okay.
just want
Thank
to
you.
keep us in the frame.
Using the strength of their mind and being really smart about how they're using their pentacles to combat any Five of Swords energy, whether that's yourself or somebody else.
So it's interesting that I mean, to me, it goes beyond the pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it goes into just kind of like, it's almost like if you're hanging from a cliff and somebody's coming along, this guy's coming along and he's stepping on your hands and he's wanting you to just let go and just let yourself drop. And you need that strength and you need to hold on if you really want this thing to end.
Let's see. Celebrating the end of what stopped you. What stopped you? The end of what stopped you.
That brings things back into balance.
Yeah.
That lets you start to continue your work and get those final pieces in place.
Fight for alignment.
Yeah, you've got that here in the Seven of Wands, right?
Fight or flight. Flight for alignment. If any of you need to be traveling to get something done, you can do it, right? That's not all plane travel, though. It's something else. It's something astral. It's something having to do with manifestations that you either forgot about or you put on pause. I'm getting that from the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. See how it's glowing like that? I mean, I see a lot of glowing when I'm when I'm up there,
Yeah.
and that's what it made me think of immediately. Also, something about the squiggly lines, like it's not straight. It's not like you're gonna veer off course, but there's a blessing hidden there to get to that alignment. I always think of Eight of Pentacles is like the work that you put in to fall into alignment, and you're right. It's not just pentacles. It's energetic.
It's energetic, yeah.
Because you need to feel like you're really into what you're doing.
Because whatever it is, right? It could be like organizing your space. It could be, I mean, whatever it is that you feel is out of place right now or is incomplete. Like whatever's been going on has been slowing you down, and it's you're right there. You're absolutely right there. You're about to cross over into this thing, but you have to hold on. And for some of us, it's going to get really painful, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to get really difficult. And you just have to hang on because you're almost there. Depends on how much work you put into this. Maybe it's 5 weeks. Maybe it's 10 weeks, and you're able to get back to where you need to be and starting that new project. And obviously it's like, don't expect it to go from 0 to 100 overnight, but you're at least like you've got it put together and the lights come on and you're ready to start moving on to the next phase of it. So good stuff here. Definitely an urgency to create those things that you want to create, put those projects in motion, start those things, and really just ignore all of the people, the haters, the people that are getting in your way, the people that want to take what's yours. Um, and always, you know, what's that saying? Like the fish with the closed mouth avoids the hook. So I think it's important that, like, you know, it's important that once you have the pieces in place, you go out and evangelize for yourself. If you need adoption, if you need people, if you need mass people to support what you're doing, then you start talking about what you're doing. Prior to that, mum's the word, right? So keep it close to the vest, because in this culture of today of like Me Too, not like Me Too in the other way, but the I can do that too culture.
Hmm.
You know, the minute somebody sees you doing something cool, they're going to go out and do it as well.
I want to do one advice from Spirit card before closing it out.
Cool. Do one
Kind
more.
of short and
Yeah.
sweet. You know,
And
the
obviously, if you have
advice from
anything else to
Spirit.
add, like, please do.
Queen of Pentacles. Stay in the earth energy. I see. I knew it. I almost you were talking, and I got ahead of thought. Didn't want to interrupt you,
Mm,
but it was something very significant about balancing the elements.
mm,
So when I said earlier about being in your feels, or
mm-hmm.
what I said earlier about the water and the feels, and then going into fire and moving into action, then out pops an earth element card, Queen
Yeah.
of Pentacles,
Yeah.
with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck showing up twice.
Yep.
So that's 88. Six of Pentacles behind that. Balancing the elements, not just in your chart, but kind of like in what you see before you. I was motivated by emotion. Here's my fire action. Here's what grounds me to get me stabilized.
And here's how well, it's more about like like forming the thought, creating your plan.
That closes it out. That's the
Yeah.
last.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
last element.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yep.
In conclusion,
In conclusion, were you
we
Sherlock Holmes?
in conclusion, we are the absolute divine lovers. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, and we hope you missed us. Later.